All right, wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform. We're giving a back-to-back updates on how things they be, on how things they share for Biafra land and beyond. If you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Also remember to like and share this broadcast too. All right, my wonderful people, the latest one with the buzz brains at the moment right now. They say yes, you don't actually reach the extent where Tinubu, the so-called Jagaban, go take extreme measures to make sure, say, MNK and the movement of Biafra Republic government in exile and the Biafra freedom does not work out. Yes, my people, it has reached the extent for him to actually do and go off on a whole new level to make sure that anything that concerns the movement or anything concerning Biafra does not work out. And what he has done recently, he has decided to make a change to the national anthem to stop Biafra and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from Nigeria's breakup. Yes, my people, this is a major step because he knows that one way or another, the national anthem is one of the things that have sensitized and has made it known to each and every one of us concerning how everything has always ended up to be one-sided for the people, and it is one thing that if you would look thoroughly to, if I'm sure people that understand knows the full-time job and understands how everything rightly works whenever you actually go through the national anthem. And at this point, that is the move this particular man is planning to make, or he has already made, to make sure that anything that concerns the movement does not work out. At this particular point, you would seek to think about what this man, or the extent he would want to go to make sure that things don't actually work out for the movement. My people, there is no length they are not prepared to take or to go on top of to make sure that the Biafra movement does not continue. That is one thing I am 100% sure of. They are on any level ready to kill, remove, do a whole lot of dethroning and a whole lot of evil things to make sure that things do not work the way Mazen Nnamdi Kanu or Mazen Simon Ekpa want them to go, and they would go extreme lengths to make sure it does not work out. My people, this just shows that at this particular point that we are closer to achieving what we want to achieve. We are closer than ever, and they're making these mistakes or making these ideas and these decisions recently just shows that we are on the edge, we are on the breaking edge, and we are so close. And at this point, we cannot even think of giving up because they themselves having to come to that full-time understanding that every single thing that is being done is for the movement, is for the Biafra movement, and can never be stopped. One thing is sure: we are not a set of people that are ready or that is ready to like slack behind or move behind at any point in time. It is something that we will always, one way or another, think of and be ready to actually be with or sit with at any point in time. And so, my people, that is why we would always, I repeat, this is why we would always look for a way to actually end up doing the expected things that we need to do. And one thing is sure: we will surely succeed. We will surely be able to do impossible things that people think that we will not be able to do. And we are not going to be bothered by anything at all. We're not going to be stressed. We're not going to be moved or mad by anything at all. The only thing that would actually move us, or that is going to bother us, is that these people want to, whatever it is, they would want to bring us down, which we are moving strongly against. At this point, I know that we should have come to understand how all the factions of the Biafra movement, the BLA and so on and so forth, are working together to make sure that any of these things these people want to do will not work out. I believe it is one of the strongest forms that we have found ourselves in, and if I'm being very sincere with you, it is not going to be funny for any of them or any of of us at this point in time, because we are not slacking on any level. We are not beating down on any level. The only thing that is going to be respected with us at this moment is the fact that we are not going to let anything put us down. And that is the truth of the matter. That is one of the strongest things we would ever even think of at the moment. And my people, we should be ready. We should be ready for anything at all. We should be ready for whatever it is that we want to be doing at this particular point. And so it brings us to
our ex-president. We know during his time, of course, when he ruled in the military time and came back again and ruled again the second time, he had enough time to do whatever I don't know whatever he's saying. But then, of course, the most important thing for us to have in our minds on is that we ourselves as Biafrans must do the needful. Okay, my people, he's talking about the Biafra war. Let us see what he has said. He says here, Olusegun Obasanjo, the former president of Nigeria, recently spoke at the conference on youth leadership titled Opportunities for Peace, Roles of the Youths in Conflict Prevention in Africa. He called on youths to be advocates of conversation over violence, highlighting the critical role that youths play in promoting peace. My people, I made this thing recently. I say we cannot go down if you've not done the needful. We can Peace is not even an option right now. If people have decided not to give us what we want, if you've decided not to give us a Mazinam, the Kano have decided not to give us our Biafra freedom, our Biafra referendum, peace is not an option. And so whatever you say now in a conference might be true and will be moved by gullible people that do not know what the true movement for the Biafra army or the true movement for the Biafra is. They are the ones that might look into it. But the true people know the reason why we've been fighting this hard and we've been fighting for this long. And that is those are the people that will not give up, or that will not be moved by these gullible speeches that he's making at this particular point. He said, according to Obasanjo's article, he said that the country has shown resiliency during the civil war by returning to the round table for settlement in spite of severe conflict. He exhorted the youths of today to adopt this mindset and convince those who lean violently to think twice. Additionally, he emphasizes the significance of fostering a culture of peace and empathy in the next generation. In Obasanjo's words, during the Civil War, we killed ourselves mercilessly and destroyed our best facilities, but we still came back to the round table to get the challenge resolved. Youth must develop the culture of peace, the culture of humanness, the culture of living the way God wants us to live. Okay, so now this is what he is advising them to do. But then to do what is needful, we Biafrans have always been people of peace. We have always wanted peace in our lives. Every single thing about us has always been about peace. We are not people of war. We do not want war. We have never ever wanted war. But then it is the situation people put us into that make us want to lean to war. Yeah, of course, that is the situation. We are not people of war. I don't know if he's trying to say that the war and everything that is happening now is how. No. The youths of nowadays, the Biafrans of nowadays, are leaning into war because that is what they have pushed us into. Because that is the situation they have pushed us into. We did not just wake up one day and decide to wake up and push ourselves into war. The reason why the Nigerian army and the Biafra Liberation Army, the BLA, are clashing 24/7 is because of the fact that they have refused to do the needful. They have refused to release our leader, Ohamadike Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, that is why we are leaning into war. They have refused also to give us what we've been asking for the longest of times after the civil war. I believe you me, if they have given us what they want instead of leaning into the civil war, my people, I do not think we would have been here by now. I believe everywhere we would have been on their own. They would have been on their own. And we would be where we are because, of course, there is no need for any war and we would be happy with our state. And by now, I believe you me, the kind of progress we would have made would not be one to even be trifled with. But of course, na so e dey be, na so e dey hot. Once you come for these conferences, they will just make it look like everything that is happening now is our fault, because violence is not the answer. Aneku, aneku, aneku. None of this is going to make the real Biafrans turn away from what is needful. The people that cannot be turned, cannot be swayed by these gullible talks, they know the real fight, and they are not going to give us. And so on that particular note, nothing of such can make us give up on our fight or stop doing whatever it is we've been doing ever since. And so because of that, we'll keep on fighting and doing the needful no matter what. So yes, my people, this is where we've come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.